Hi friends, welcome to my 2023 favorites. My name is Erin, I'm 47, and I review and use makeup that I think looks best on mature skin. If that's you, stick around, see what I use in 2023. Okay, let's get into the 2023 favorites. I cannot believe it's 2023 favorites time already. And my first one was in 2015. Yeah, I know, long time. So we're just gonna go in order of how I would get ready, since I am actually getting ready with my favorites. So some of these are newer purchases and some of them might not be newer to this year, but I'm just going to be realistic and show you what I've been reaching for most of this year. So we're going to start with some skincare first, and I bought into the hype. Snail goo, just all over your face. It's fine. It's a secretion from where, I don't know. I'm not Googling that. Go ahead. And go ahead and just Google all these things because I cannot be bothered to find prices and all of that good stuff. So we're going to start with the serum. I use 2 pumps all over the face. It is a humectant, which means it draws in moisture, which is great for this time of year or if you have dry, old, dusty, mummy skin like I do. Then I'm going to follow up with the all-in-one cream. This is just a very hydrating combination. If your skin is feeling dry, if you just have always dry skin, it's great. Please pay no attention to anything behind me. For the 100th time, my background has changed. So we have a 3-bedroom house, but has like a finished 3rd floor, like attic space. See, it just is nice. This is what happens when a 4-year-old bites the side of your face. Let's move on, Erin. Our 3rd floor is finished. That's where my stepdaughter's room is. So we changed around like the other rooms. And my daughter was in here because it's the smallest room and she was like a baby, right? Or she was like under a year old when we moved to this house. So we've now moved her into the bigger room. The reason we didn't do that initially is because it's connected to the staircase. So there's like a staircase that comes down in her room that goes up to the 3rd floor. But now that she's 4 and she's older, like it's fine. You know, she can go up those stairs and when her sister's here and they play and whatever. So now I'm in the tiny room, which I like much better. I like this space for my closet dressing room. So, but it's not finished. And Christmas, so there's like boxes and there's laundry and a vacuum and a broom. Moving along. So for base products, I really wanted to feature the MAC Radiant Serum Foundation because I had gotten a sample of that and I really, really liked it, but I just never purchased the full size because I used that up and then I was using up my face and body, which you know I always love. So besides MAC, which I always mention face and body, this is a perennial favorite forever until I die. Probably when I'm dead. Like slap it on me before you incinerate me. I did enjoy this one, the Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Skin Tint. I'm going to use this one today. What I learned about this one is that application with my phalanges is best. Aside from that, I mentioned this one last year, I'm sure. The NARS, Light Reflecting Foundation. I love that one. And I did grow over the summer to enjoy the House Labs. For some reason in the winter when my skin is drier, it doesn't like me. But that's okay. That's okay. So we're going to go in with this one today. And I am just going to use my hands and then I will like use my sponge to kind of like smooth it out. So it has like a dropper applicator, but it kind of doesn't work. So we're just going to use this to like get it on my face. And a little bit goes a long way. Thanks, kid. That was not from anything sassy. So I just kind of, use my hands like we used to. Who else is from the 90s? And this is how we put our foundation on. Just with our meat clampers, because why not? We didn't have anything else. And then I take my spongy sponge and I just kind of pounce it in. And then if I need to put more anywhere else to cover up things, like I don't know that, then I go back in with a little bit more. But overall, I need a mirror. We're going to use just like the little bit that you saw me put on. I can't see. And if you're wondering why I sound like this in every video, well, 1, I have allergies. 2, my child had RSV. I had COVID in October and school started in September, so, you know, this is her first exposure to, like, people. So I'm just going where I'm more red. I just picked this up. I didn't, like, get more. I'm just, like, using what's on here. So, you know, we've all been ill since September in one capacity or another. It's great times. Now, for concealer, I'm not a big concealer person. I mentioned this before. I just don't like the way it looks on me, so I've always used like the Maybelline Age Rewind, and I've had great results with that. I would say this is a medium buildable coverage for me. But I did try the House Labs because everybody was pooping their pants about it. For mature skin, I actually think the Maybelline looks nicer. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to show it to you. I got it in the shade 03 Fair Rosy. It's brightening for me. And I just put it in the innermost corners of my eye where actually the most darkness lives. And check out these bags of America. So I just plop it in the corner. That's it. Just to kind of brighten up those areas that are really blue. That's why I like the Fair Rosy. It's got some pinky, peachy tone to it to cancel out like blue or purple. And I found that a brush worked best for me. I wanted this concealer so bad because everybody was talking about how amazing it is. And it is very brightening, and it does cancel that innermost darkness that I have going on. And I had ordered it, and then it was like, it kept coming in and out of my cart on Sephora. You know how it'll do that? Like, because it was like running out. And finally, I like kind of gave up on it, and then it was back in, and I was like, I'm just gonna get it because I liked it when I swatched it on my hands, and I don't not like it. I'm gonna use it, but it's just, I don't think it's worth the price when I get good results with the Maybelline. So, complexion done. Now, what we are gonna do is, because I have to go into my office. See? Right? That's like under $10. We're gonna just cover that up a little bit. My hair will sort of. We're gonna move on to some other face products. The contour highlight blush that I've been reaching for the most, which I don't know if I've made any videos about these. I might have on TikTok. If you don't follow me on TikTok, it's at AerinAlexis76. The Halo Glow Beauty Wands. I grew to like this much more than I initially did. At first, I thought it's not even worth the money that you pay for it because it just blends away off my face. But then I learned over trial and error that it works best with a brush for me. So what I do is just, you need to be careful because there's always product sitting on this little cushiony thing. I rarely have to like squeeze it up. I just do 2 stripes of America right there. Everything is very patriotic today. And I'm hyper. And then I just use a brush and I kind of like push it up first into those hollows, if you will. And then I don't add any more product and I just keep blending it, and I'll go on my jawline, although I have way less of a double chin. If you're noticing, I've lost like 35 pounds. Ask me how. Wegovy. Ain't no shame in the game. I'm a chubby lady for all of my life with insulin resistance and no thyroid. I will take the medical help. Thank you. Now, my weight loss is very, very slow, and I know other people on it who had very quick results. I've been on it for like 5 months, 6 months, but I had already started losing weight before I started taking it. And it's just what it's done for me the most. And I can make a video about this if anybody's interested, is it has quieted my brain. That, and in a combination with Effexor, which is like an antidepressant, has quieted like I wasn't really an overeater. Like, I've always been chubby, but like never more than like a size 16, right? So my body, my weight is carried in my middle, so it makes clothes and stuff. Like, I've been able to buy just a size large now on top, as long as the dress is kind of like floats away from the middle. But size wise in pants, I really don't change because all my meat lives in the middle. I'm like a tomato on stilts, who knows? So like, yes, I see weight loss in my face and stuff, but like putting my clothes on, I don't really get that satisfaction. What am I even talking about? Why am I talking about clothes? Anyways, oh, my brain. It's taken away my, I'm not like an overeater or like a binge eater. I'm just an obsessive thoughts person. So like, I was telling Krista yesterday, if you don't know, Krista's my best friend, that I weigh less than I've weighed since I was like 20. Like, it's amazing. And I eat a muffin for breakfast. If I wasn't on this medication in combination with my antidepressant, I would have never eaten a muffin. Or if I was like counting points or tracking my calories, I would never eat a muffin and I would still be fat. So what does that tell you? Like, I ate a muffin. Big fucking deal. F-bombs. Anyway, so I can do a video about that because it's changed a lot of things in my life. Plus, I've had a lot of struggles with it and I'm a mutant. Like, I just have had the slowest weight loss, but I'll take it because it's there, right? So, moving on to the blush. We're going to use all of the e.l.f. Halo Glow Bonds. This is in the, and the first one was in the lightest shade. Does it have a name? Fair Light, the contour shade. But you see it kind of blended in to almost nothing, but the brush has been the way to go. So same thing with the blush. There's tends to be stuff on there. So I actually tap it on my hand and then I just pick it up on my finger and apply it that way. Because it can be a lot. And it's kind of glowy. So sometimes I don't even apply a highlighter, but I'll show you the cream highlighter. I'm not a big blush lady. Talked about this too. Because I tend to get kind of rosy throughout the day anyways. So I just tap that on. It's very nice and glowy and pretty. And you could just be done. But I'll show you the highlighter. Same thing. I just kind of tap it on my hand first. Because the goop is always there. I usually go with 2 fingers for the highlighter. High points on my face. Cupid's bow. I don't go anywhere else. I'm not a nose highlighter. If you are, great. You do you. I don't want to look like Rudolph. So those are my complexion favorites for the year of 2023. Oh my. So now we're going to move on to brows. This is how I do this every day. This is my routine. Who stole my brow product? I love this brow product. I've bought it twice since I discovered it. And it is the Tarte Sketch and Set. And I love it so much because it has one side a fine little tip. And the other side, this is my favorite part. And sometimes I just use this side by myself. By myself? Alone. Oh my God, so much coffee. It's got a very skinny brow gel applicator. This is in the shade Taupe. I think when I buy it again, since my hair is all natural and it kind of appears darker now because it's gray, I might go like to more of like an ash brown, but we've got this, so we're using it. So I'm going to apply this and come back because nobody needs Okay, and brows are done. I just really like how fine the like wand is, how small the wand is, because I have little hairs like everywhere. I just have fine hair everywhere. So the star of the show really is going to be this. It is worth it. The Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. It has been on my desk. Like, I just use it every day. I mean, these are my colors. And what I really like about this is that you can be messy and fast and it still looks good. So what I typically do, if you don't have one of these, like, oh God, one of these little color switch things, you need one. I think my wife got me one in my stocking last year. You can just clean your brush off, ooh, and shake the whole desk. I don't know what's on this brush. I've had this brush on this channel since 2015. I like it. I start, and it kind of doesn't matter. Like, you might be like, they all look the same. I kind of like it for that reason. So I'll start with one of these, like, taupey nudes, mesh or stone's lighter, and I might mix them, and I just slap it on my eye, like, in the crease. This can be more dramatic if you really want to, like, amp it up, but it's just a great, for me, everyday kind of natural look. So I just start with that in the crease just to add a little definition, and I'm not doing anything difficult. I don't have time for that in my life. And then I kind of go over my lid a little bit too. that's what I'm saying, is you can just be kind of messy and it just always looks good. And for the shimmers in here, and a lot of shimmers, this is true, like, use your hands, use your fingers. That's what I do. And I dip into like 19 of them. There's not even 19 in this palette, but I'll show you what I mean. So once I've got color down in my crease and kind of on my lid with those taupey shades, then I dip into the lightest shade. It's called Fair. And I just didn't even clean my brush off. Go above it and kind of smooth it out, go up to my brow. Then I literally do this. I just start going into the colors, like whatever I feel like. So I'm just, my favorites are Whisper, Delilah, Filigree, and Travertine. So we're gonna start with Travertine. Just gonna, very, very beautiful. Just gonna start with that one. Put it on the lid. These, if you were to wet them and stuff, would be much more intense. They're just pretty. That one's a little bit more gold. And I like mixing the golden shades with the more cool tone taupey shades. Because I'm telling you, I just put a bunch of them on my lid. So I started with that one. Then I'm going to go into... I don't want my look to be too dark. So I'm going to go next into Whisper, which is really light. You'll see it's more silvery. And I start more on the inner corner. Where's my voice? But I am going over the whole lid. Then, did I just put my fingers in the color switch? I did. I love this shade Delilah. It's hard to describe. It's more chunky and sparkly, where these were more satiny, shimmery. And then I just put that like everywhere on my eye. Because it's not as like smooth as the other ones. And it's a little bit more sparkly, I guess. And I really like getting it up like above my lid a little bit. I don't know, I've just had fun with this palette and you can't make a mistake with it. I love it. I just think it's very beautiful. It's very natural if you want it to be. You can definitely make it get a little smokier. Go into this shade is like the deepest like shimmer shade, Filigree. So if you want, you know, a little bit more intense shimmer, go into that one. But I really recommend this. If you like cool tones, you like more neutral palettes, you like easy shimmers that you can just plop over your eyeball, highly recommend. I've kept it out on my desk like for months and I use it like almost every single day. So it is pricey. It's around $60, but I use it like every day. Like I honestly have been kind of going through my top drawer stuff and like moving it to my bin of stuff that I don't really like use all the time. And yeah, that one's gonna stay out forever. Okay. I'm not really like, I do eyeliner, but on my everyday, when I'm getting ready, I'm not going to do eyeliner. So I'm not going to do eyeliner. I'm going to show you my favorite mascara of the year. I have two. This one I'm not going to use. This is the Lancome Monsieur Big. I did get this in like a influencer type gifted package. So I didn't buy this with my own money. Like Lancome has stuff that you can sign up to get. Sometimes you'll get it, sometimes you won't. Other brands do that too. Anyways. I bought this one with my own hard-earned cash. This is the Benefit Fan Fest, and this is the one we're going to use today. This one is a combination of volumizing and lengthening. The Monsieur, the big Monsieur, is very volumizing, like think thick spider lashes, which I went out on a date with my wife the other night, and I wanted a more intense, like, mascara moment, and so that's what I reached for. But this is more of an everyday. I never curl my lashes, by the way. I'll show you the brush. So it's got a little curve to it. It reminds me of, you know, the telescopic that everyone pooped their pants about, or like the Sky High. Sorry, there was a clump on there. Mixed with like something more volumizing, like Better Than Sex or L'Oreal not the Voluminous, the Lash Paradise. which I still use Lash Paradise. It's in my little mascara pile. You know, like mascaras, you got to change them up according to your look. I'm not going for drama today. You could certainly make this more dramatic as you build it up. But see, I have long lashes, but I usually just need more volume. Like everything on hair related on me. So I go 1 coat, 2 coats. I'll dip in again, and then that's it. I've never really liked a Benefit mascara, so I was scared but hopeful when I got this. And I bought it at Target, I remember. Because it's not cheap. It's in the $25, $28 range. You know, but I offset that by using Lash Paradise for a while and then go back and forth. See? Very lengthening, but also giving volume. I hope you all had a nice 2023. I was pretty absent on here, more on TikTok now that I have my real estate license. And I still do hair in my home studio. And I have a preschooler. I don't exactly have a lot of time on my hands here, friends. So if you want to follow me on TikTok, you're going to see me more. Erin Alexa 76. And I do all different kinds of content over there. Beauty, just life, real estate. That's where I'm headed today, is my office monthly meeting. I've always loved houses. Anyone who knows me knows this. I currently live in a house that I don't like. But we are forcing ourselves to be not impulsive, and we're staying here for 5 years. We've been here for 3.5. We could move if we wanted to, but we're not gonna. By the way, interest rates are coming down, in case you were wondering. Okay, so my favorite lippies are downstairs in my purse. Let me go. I'm back. So before I show you my favorite lip products, well, I'll show you one because I just put it on. Which I would have normally put this on if my braid was working correctly, like while I was doing the rest of my makeup. It is the Lawless Forget the Filler Overnight Plumping Mask. It just feels great on your lips. It's a little tingly. Now, I only use these kinds of products, like one that you dip your disgusting finger into, in my vanity area. I don't put this in my purse. It goes nowhere. I don't want to stick a dirty hand in it. Where's that hand been? Nobody knows. I have a 4-year-old. Could have been anywhere. COVID hands. I don't know. Ebola hands. Don't put those on your face. Before we do my lip products, though, there is one other highlighter that I have to show you. And I didn't even think I was going to like it, but I, for science, bought it. It's the Rare Beauty. These are not a cream, and they're not a powder. This is in the shade Mesmerize. These buddies, I had to fight, like, through a pile of, like, 16-year-olds to grab it at Sephora. I never go in-store in Sephora anymore. I'd rather die. I'd rather drink cyanide. I just can't handle it. The children. I know, I'm old. I'm 47. I can't handle it. I will order from the comfort of my couch. Anyways, it's like a pinky tone. It is beautiful. It's a bit much for today's look, but I'm going to show you on the back of my hand. I don't even feel like that's not even doing it justice. You can't even see it. I'll put it on my stupid face. Also, you can't tell. Oh yeah, you can. It's just super pretty. It does have a little pink shimmery reflect to it. Oh, I love it. It's so pretty. And yes, I use my hands. Sometimes I use a fan brush. That makes it more intense. But so usually I go in with just a finger. That is the theme today. Dipping fingers. Sorry, everybody. Anyways, I love this product. I didn't think I was going to. I don't know. I think Selena Gomez, like I could have birthed her. I feel like why would I? But I'm sure people that are older on her team formulating things. All right, friends. So before we do my lips, I'm also going to spray. You would think I'm like doing some sort of teaser for the lip products. No, I just am erratic. I'm going to use a perennial favorite. If I knew how to like edit funny things into this, I would edit. I think I sprayed Krista like right in the eyes with this in 2015, but I don't have time for that or the patience or the wherewithal. So, you know, it's just a setting spray kind of. I say kind of because I sometimes spray it before I start my makeup. has glycerin in it, so hydrating, and yeah. Just trust me. Just don't trust the science, just trust me. All right, my hair got a little involved. This was the year of the gloss or balm for me. So the first thing I fell in love with was, and Lawless apparently, was the Lawless Forget the Filler gloss. This is just in like their almost clear shade. I think it's called like Rosy Glow or something. Rosy Outlook. I initially got this in a BoxyCharm last year, and then I've since purchased it. I love the little curved applicator. It hugs your lip. Oh my God. It's so nice. It's thick. She is thick. If you don't like that kind of gloopity gloppity, you'll hate this. I love it. It's in my purse all the time. Now, on the more balm side, I feel like I had to show you that, how gloppy it was, because some people won't like that. This isn't cheap, and I have no business wanting 10 of these in all the shades, but I'm going to start some sort of a side hustle to get them. It is the Hourglass Phantom Balm. First of all, packaging, 10 out of 10, beautiful. It is a lot like what you're seeing with like the Tarte Maracuja like click pens, but like nicer, if you ask me. This is in the shade Desire. There's a lot of shades. And it's creamy and beautiful and slightly like plumping. And for me, a great lip shade. Natural. You don't need a mirror. It's so pretty. Oh, boogies. I love it. I want every shade. Maybe not like weird shades like orange. But anyways, those are my favorite lip products of the year. So friends, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And follow me on TikTok if you want to see this old mug more than just once every 7 months. Okay, Merry Christmas. See you in the new year.